Hi, Flux here, and today we'll be talking about Steamlink. Specifically, Steamlink is what connects my headset, the Quest Pro, to my computer. Now, that connection should look something like this, which essentially has these green bars and the blue lines, and then 11.1 for my 90 hertz frame rate target, and then that number in green here should be lower than that 11.1 milliseconds. Now, if that is not the case, if that number is higher, it just means that your computer is struggling to actually hit that frame target. But if there's purple bars, that means you're having lost packets. Now, if you have consistent lost packets, this could be caused by QoS, because your setup just isn't good for QoS, which, for example, mine isn't. So if you disable that, that might help you with this. But if that doesn't help, and you, for example, have random dropouts of Steamlink, where you have this Steam lost connection icon, then you may actually have a router issue like I had, where my old router did support 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. However, because of the router's age, it just wasn't able to properly handle all of that data and just causing random dropouts to the Wi-Fi. Now, if that's the case, luckily this is a very simple solution. Either you go to your ISP and ask them for a new router, stating that your current one is faulty because, random Wi-Fi dropouts are not fucking normal. Or if you have to provide your own router, you just buy a new router that supports at least Wi-Fi 6. Luckily, those should not be that expensive nowadays. Now, if after that you still are having connectivity problems, you may want to go into Steamlink and try lowering the bitrate a little bit or lowering the stream resolution a little bit. Now, this won't be as effective if you have, for example, a Quest Pro, because we are already using foveated rendering with our eye tracking. However, if you're using something that doesn't have eye tracking, it may actually benefit you a lot more than you think. If after all that, you're still having issues with just the amount of data being streamed, you can try going into the general tab and just try lowering the resolution. And if after all that you're still having issues with lost packets specifically, maybe it's the cable from your router to your computer. I don't know, man. At that point, Steam support literally told me, we don't fucking know. We don't know. So yeah, but that's it. For me right now, it's like perfectly smooth now after I did all of that. And yeah, I hope some of this applies to you and helps you. See ya.